off we go from Las Vegas. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create. Man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
Damn.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Wrong niggas in, bro.
Right to the air is Mahomes. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Ja'Cory Bennett has it, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left.
Damn, Jacobs.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They work now on 2nd and 9. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Here's 3rd and 7. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams from 17 yards out. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
But defensive tackles, bro. I hate the way they be sitting on these defenses.
This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And they'll they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Yes, sir.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, right at the 15-yard line here. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum.
Oh my God, bro! Like what the fuck?
Here's another interception.
Damn. It's slow as hell, bro.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get him...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Chris Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Oh, bro, you gotta get open, bro.
Here we go. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Jacobs going to try the middle. What a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now the Chiefs' offensive unit ready to do battle again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Now Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They go with Jacobs. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. On third down, it's Pacheco. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Well, I think you're ready to quit.